Ella, congratulations on being part of the first ever England Futsal Lionesses squad. We'll talk about the futsal, but let's talk about being a Derby fan first. We're in the dugout right now, but you're normally sat somewhere else in the stadium. Tell me where you sit and who you sit with and all those things.
Yeah, so I sit in the south stand. I've had the season ticket since I was 4. There's about 10 to 12 of us, all family and friends. I get to go with my dad and brother every weekend. I try to go to some away games, but obviously futsal takes priority. But yeah, no, I wouldn't have it any other way, and I love coming to support the club.
And is that how you got into football and ultimately futsal in the first place?
Yeah, a lot of it was. I used to share a season ticket with my brother, and I wouldn't be where I am today without my brother because he's been a big support in my career so far. But yeah, I was inspired by this. I used to come and ask my dad all the rules and when I was really young, and he's obviously showed me the way. And yeah, it has had a big impact on my career.
You're off to Moldova in just a few days' time now, but we'll get to England. But for those that don't know, explain futsal for us, what it is and how you got started in it.
So it's a 5-a-side indoor sport that has a lot heavier and smaller ball compared to football. Every time the ball goes out of play, it's a kick-in where you have 4 seconds to take it. There's loads of like intricate rules, such as you can only have 5 fouls, and every foul after that, then it's a free kick. And you can't pass back to the keeper unless it's gone over halfway or touched an opponent's thing. So it's a lot faster version of football.
And how did you get into that as opposed to sort of normal 11-a-side or whatever?
When I was in Derby's academy, there was a coach that ran a futsal team. So a few of us all went down on a Friday night and we played in a boys' league. And I did that when I was about 11 years old. And then a couple of years ago, I bumped into that same coach and there was like, the futsal team's starting back up again, why don't you get involved? So I went down to an open training session. And then from there I've just carried on playing and got to where I am now.
What was the process of getting picked for England?
So originally it was, I got an email saying that you've been called up to the under-19 squad, and obviously I was happy with that. I wasn't expecting to even get that far. And then about a week later I got the email saying that they want me to go to the senior camps. So it was like camps every so often, and then on the July camp they basically told us that you'd be expecting a phone call to say if you've been successful to come to Moldova, or you're going to be a standby player where you're going to be either if someone gets injured or can't make it, then you come in. So I got the phone call and it was obviously saying that I can go to Moldova, so I was really happy.
That must be an amazing moment. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it was, and I was happy that I got to spend it with my family. They was with me while I was on the phone call, and it still hasn't settled in now. I know I say that every time, but I don't think it'll ever be real until I maybe get to Moldova and play my first game.
What do you know about Moldova and what you're going to find out there in terms of facilities and standard of competition as well? Because it's the first time England have been to this, isn't it?
I don't know a lot about Moldova. We've watched a few of the videos from the teams. Yeah, based off stats, they've got a lot more stats than we have. Obviously, this is the first time going in, so I think Finland are the team to beat. Based off the videos, they look like the team with the higher quality. But obviously going in, we're going to be open-minded and treat every game the same.
Do you go as the underdogs maybe? Certainly an unknown quantity, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll help us though, because there's less pressure to like be the top team. Being an underdog means you can just go out there, try your best, and there's no expectations on how you should perform.
I know the University of Derby are really proud of you. Tell me about the support that you've had from them in this journey. Yeah,
I've had amazing support from them. Obviously having the scholarship means I get to train and play whilst I'm studying. Yeah, they're a massive like women's support of women's football and women's sport, and they've supported me massively. They've even supported England as well, because we had an England camp there back in September, and it meant that we can use their facilities that they've got to help with the fitness testing and get data for us. So yeah, it's been really good.
And I have to finish back with Derby. I know lots of people see this and then be following your progress. From a Derby County supporter point of view, season ticket holder since you were 4, what are your best memories?
I mean, I was on the pitch when we got promoted last year. I'll have to say the 5-0 win against Forest as well. But I think just coming every weekend, it's like a ritual where we always go to the chip shop before the game, we come here, and there's like, obviously, like I said, there's 10, 12 of us, so we all get to meet up, and yeah, it's really good.
Well, best of luck out in Moldova. We'll all be keeping an eye on things.
Thank you very much.